All right, guys, I'm going to start a new series called a Throwback Thursday, and today's Throwback Thursday palette is the Soft Glam, and I love these ABH palettes. They're so good, so let's get into it. Okay, guys, let's get to it, and as always, this little piece right here just wants to be ornery. This is part of my Widow's Peak, or that actually is my Widow's Peak. So I'm going to use some Smashbox, guys. This is almost gone. I've been working on this for a while. Then I just quit using it, and I was thinking because it was almost where I couldn't get much out. So there's some out. Yes, my Widow's Peak has always been just a pain in the ass. I kind of like getting up under the eye with that primer just to help concealer lay more nicely. I do like that primer. It feels really good on the skin. I'm going to use one of my fuller coverage foundations, believe it or not. I know, right? Actually, I'm going to pull one out from the drawer that I haven't used in a while, and that is the Peach Perfect. I have not used this in forever. And I'm going to grab my handy dandy. Guys. It's going to drive me insane. It's going to drive me insane. And that right there is what I've been doing with it till it grows out some more. It's about time to go get my hair trimmed. I'm going to have to get the back evened up some way somehow. I actually need a Kleenex and I don't have one out here. Shoot. I do have a cotton pad though. I just need to wipe the tip of that off because I've not used it in a while. And this actually looks like it's going to be a little light for me since I've been tanning. But we will make it work with bronzer, so no big deal. This might be a little light. Like I said, I've not used it in a while. Yes, Shannon's butt used to be really pale. So we may mix this with a little something else, because that's looking really pale, isn't it? Let's see how pale she is. Not bad. I can bronze that up, so no big deal. Actually, I can use this is a little bit of Naked Skin Medium, which I knew was too dark. And I'm actually just going to put this, see what I'm saying? See how much darker that is? Kind of around the areas we're going to bronze anyway. Just a little bit. Maybe a little under here. Let's see what that does. Just, oh, yeah. Because I never used that one. That one was always too dark. I got that one and it was too dark. So then I had to get medium light. But that's exactly what I needed right there. So just play with your makeup. Like if you think it's not, something doesn't work, there's ways to save it. You just saw that. I just put it where I needed it. I didn't have to go back over my whole face. I'm going to bronze those areas up anyway, so the rest of my face is still nicely brightened. Good job, Shannon. Saved it. Okay, we're done with this. I am going to grab my banana powder that I've been working on. Guys, I have so much stuff out as usual. It's time to clean this vanity up again. I still have like the bag from my clothing haul. And I'm not going to do any concealer. I don't really think I need it, but I think we're just going to leave it at that because that actually doesn't look bad. Since the foundation was so light, I don't need to do anymore, I don't think. So there is face powder. I'm just going to grab butter bronzer. That's the one I'm working on. Oh, good grief. All right, I think we're okay there. I am going to grab my Laura Geller Pink Grapefruit. I'm going to go ahead and blush because this goes with everything, so no big deal. We'll go ahead and, while I've got this basket down, we'll have to blend that a little bit more, Shannon. You're going to have to blend that out a little bit more. Cleaning my brush off. Okay. Might have to go over that with a little bit of powder. We'll see how the rest of it does. Eyeshadow primer. Pretty vulgar. You guys know what I'm going to use. I've already got like face powder on my shirts. How are all my friends that are along the coast that went through the hurricane? I don't even know how to say the name, so I'm not going to try to slaughter the name of the hurricane. But we got a lot of rain. I don't know if it was off the hurricane. I haven't watched the weather. But I know we've got a lot of rain, but we've been getting a lot of rain last couple of days. But we definitely got a lot of rain and a lot of storms. I'm just taking the same thing and pat. I'm trying to get those bananas because they're not wearing down. So, yeah, just working on top of a banana. I have no particular look in mind today. I just wanted to come on here and chit chat with you guys, let you see what's been going on. Pretty much the same thing that's always going on. I'm going to reach in my drawer of goodies here and let's pull out something old school. Let's pull out, oh, Jeffrey, I hope you've been behaving. I got chocolate bar. That's really old school. What were these? I think these are Color Pop. I got them green, so it needs to go with green. Let's do Soft Glam, because that pretty much goes with anything. It goes with anything. All right, so I've pulled out ABH Soft Glam. Let me put my chocolate bar back down in here where it goes because it was out of place. I keep hearing stuff hitting the floor. I don't know what I was hitting the floor. I'm going to put my white peach back up because I did use it the other day. Jeffrey, Mr. Alien can go back in there. Okay. We're going to hit that with some highlight and go back and maybe do a little bit of something there because it's just looking a little blotchy. We'll work on that. So this is the, speaking of Jeffrey, the JS5. I can't help it. I love the brushes. I love the Morphe brushes. I'm sorry. I'm going to go in with Tempura, which I could have used to set my eyes, but I didn't know what direction I was going in. So I'm just tapping into that. Give it a shake off. I'm going to just pat that up at the brow bone. So there is my highlight already done. You guys know I don't highlight my brow a whole lot. So I just leave a natural brow bone. So bam, already done. We're done. Right there it is. We're done. Clean my brush off in my switch. I'm going to go into orange soda. And I don't know why I've not been using these palettes. They are so good. I've not bought any of her new palettes. I think after I got Riviera, I didn't buy anything after that. I don't know. It just, what was the next one that came out after Riviera? I just was like, okay, I'm kind of burnt out on the ABH palettes. And then she started doing the really bright colors, and I just don't do the bright colors. So I don't need a whole palette of bright colors. I like a palette with a lot of everyday colors and a few pops of bright colors, because I just don't. I'm going to go into burnt orange, which is right underneath that. And these shadows are so soft. They just kick up a lot. So pat, pat, pat. Blend, blend, blend. They blend so nice. So I'm just going to keep blending, building this color up. Yes, once we start getting to the cooler months, Shannon starts going a little more fuller coverage, face primer. I don't really need a primer when I'm wearing tinted moisturizer. You don't really need a primer when you're wearing tinted moisturizer. I'm going to switch to a smaller brush, which is the 443. And that's really getting on my nerves. So we're gonna do something right now and see if we can work on that just a little bit. Which I think we can. I think we can. And I'm just going to pat it right in here. I just think I got a little too forward with it. We're going to let that sit for a second. Told you we'll fix it. There's usually a way to fix a lot of your goof ups. Okay, back to my brush. 443. Cleaning it off. Make sure there's nothing. I'm going to go right into Rustic. I wanted to go work out today, but I didn't. I know I didn't. There's always tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. But it was raining. It had been pouring rain. And I was like, I'm tired. But I had eat so good today. I stayed right at my points. I didn't use any of my weekly points. I used just exactly my daily points on Weight Watchers, which is 23 points. And that is breakfast, lunch, dinner, and I had a snack. And I could have had, you can work it where you have, You can have 3 or 4 snacks during the day if you want to, as long as they're like really low point snacks. And you can have a really low point dinner. You can have grilled chicken, broccoli, and cauliflower rice, and it's 0 points. You could have a 0 point dinner. You could have a 0 point lunch. Just depends on how you plan it. I wasn't really sure what I was going to have for dinner, and usually I kind of think ahead of what I'm going to have. I knew I had some steak strips. They're already cut into little strips left from dinner the other night that I needed to use. So I just made a kind of like almost like a Philly cheesesteak wrap, but it wasn't like it was just the steak strips, provolone cheese, and avocado ranch dressing, and in a 1 point wrap. So that was my dinner. It was really good. I had some flavored sparkling water. I didn't take a picture of that one because it was kind of blah. For breakfast this morning, I had strawberries. I had 2 scrambled eggs and 2 chicken sausages, which was, I mean, I'll eat them. It's not my favorite, but I'll eat it. I'm going to come to Cypress Umber with this little round Luxie brush. Just tapping straight to the ends there. And we're just going to stamp that. We're just stamping and wiggling. I really don't need that way up in the crease, so. Yep. That was breakfast with a 1 point coffee. 1 point coffee is just black coffee and unsweetened almond milk. And yes, I've learned to drink it that way. It doesn't bother me a bit. I do have Torini sugar-free syrup. I have pumpkin spice, and I have vanilla that I can put in there if I want to add a little something flavorful. But I've learned to drink it with just the unsweetened almond milk and the coffee. It doesn't bother me a bit. All right, let's add the best parts to the lid, and that is one of these beautiful shimmers. And I think I'm going to go with this rose right here because you know I usually grab for the gold. So I'm going to go into Sultry, which is this deeper shade, and I'm going to pat that right beside of that darkest shade. But yeah. So I ate really good today. Lunch was KFC, and you can eat out. You just got to kind of look ahead, look on the app, look at your restaurants, and determine what you can eat. So I had 2 grilled chicken breasts for 6 points and green beans, which was 0 points. So my lunch was 6 points. Now I'm going to go into that lighter pink shade. And just blend it with, it is so pretty. So pretty. I would love to hit pan on one of these. This might actually go in my next pan project, I think. I'm going to go ahead and turn this brush right up on its tips. Sweep a little bit that under. And then I'm going to grab a smaller brush. I know what I'm looking for, but I'm not seeing it. Wait. Where's my little liner angle-y brush that I had? Well, we'll use this little e.l.f. concealer brush that you guys know I don't use for concealer. I'm going to come into Cypress Umber. And then I'm going to come into Noir, which is the black. Go right up at that upper lash line on the outside edge. Yep, that'll work. All right, I might leave that out because I might use that again. I'm going to take this brush that came with that last Naked palette, and I'm just going to kind of blend that lower lash line. And I got a little bit of that glitter on my rim, and I can feel it against my eyeball, which is a little uncomfortable. So swiping that with my finger just a little bit. I'm going to grab my big old blush brush. And now that that's set for a minute, a little better. Okay. Gonna look. There's only one thing I see I would change. And I'm actually just gonna grab that same brush because I really like the fluffy bit on the end. And going back into that very first color, Orange Soda. And I'm just bringing that up. A little higher so you can see it on this fold. That's all I'm doing. Okay. The Bad Girl Bang. Gosh, I'm loving this mascara. Let me know down below your favorite mascara. Because this one was never on my radar. I had seen it, you know, I'd seen it on Ulta. I had seen other people use it, but I was like, eh. Now it is one of my faves. Second coat. Get the inner corner. And what's left? Some highlights. Let's grab something different for highlights. I'm in the wrong drawer. That's my blush drawer. Highlight drawer. That's my Milani bronzer I have not opened yet. Ooh, speaking of Milani, that'd be too white. Do I need to go more golden? Ooh, speaking of golden, this is the e.l.f. Bronzed Glow. This was given to me by Miss Ellie. And because she got it and it was a little too dark for her skin tone. But once you have it on, it doesn't look as dark as it does in the pan. So if you saw this color and you were kind of like, I don't know, that looks awful dark. It is a beautiful golden. Perfect for summer. Which summer? We're almost to the end of summer. Yay. What's left, guys? Lips. I always never know what I want to do with lips. I never know what I want to do with lips. Ooh. Mai Tai. I've never used this color. I've never even swatched that color. I need to do a look with that one. Miss Gerard. This is Buttercup, which I know is a really pretty nude. We're going to start with that. That'll pick up on that pink. This is Gerard Cosmetics, by the way. Ah, did my lipstick just break? No! It did. It just broke. So I got to be careful with that one. And I love that one. Okay. Well, they have been sitting up there for a while. And I needed to use them. And that's why I grabbed it. Because I don't use them. This is also Gerard Cosmetics, and it is in the shade Ecstasy. And it needs to be sharpened, I'm pretty sure. But I have a sharpener somewhere. Found it. Maybe. Maybe. I can't reach it. There we go. Oh, that breaks my heart. My lipstick broke. I might be able to fix it though. Melt it back down a little bit. I have a heat gun. I have a heat gun. We might try to warm it up a little bit and see if it'll melt back down. That's pretty. All right, so there is the lip liner. There is the, try not to get those shavings everywhere. Highlight. I think we're done except for spray. Okay. Make sure my mascara's dry. Yes, I'm trying to use that up. That's my MAC Coconut. And as you can see, it's been marked. I've been trying to use that one. But I've not been wearing makeup every day because wearing a mask at work or wearing a mask out, I've just not been wearing makeup. So I'm not using it. If I know I'm going somewhere and I don't have to wear a mask, I'll put it on. But at work, I wear it every once in a while. So I've not been wearing it every day. So it's really nice to put it on and be like, oh, who's the pretty lady? That's it, guys. That is a throwback for today. I want to start doing that. Like a throwback Thursday for some older palettes. Get them out and use them. So, all right, guys, that is it. As always, thanks for watching. Be sure you hit subscribe, smash the thumbs up. I will leave all of my information listed down below if you want to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, any of that stuff. It'll all be down below. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next